Abusuafo echi obi bia ya mama kwa about the ba KS Sports Dex. Ene ya ba ha se ba betwetwe nkomo efa UEFA Champions League a ekoso ene ochina. Na the edi kan na ene Tuesday nti na ene no ebi koso ewo Spain abonten so Madrid for omune omo anamusifo a omune omune etwe kora ewo kuro ba akoso Atletico Madrid ene omune omune ejina okono. Ena oba England ha so a a team a friend Arsenal league in on that second or travel all the way to Amsterdam, Holland rather. PSV and Oven, Omune kwa kusi akai. And a PSV no so no call mu league mu ono so na that second. Tinu timu say omumi ene na ya kan see bi a be fe pa na ohwe Arsenal form omo ko season ni mu. Babi ampempen so ya drew season mu ni injuries omanya na ati if not timu say match no. Arsenal to sini wɔ kwan bi so but ebetie yapamfo a yɛne ɔmo atena ase ɛwɔ agua mu ha na obi a atimi ayɛ dɛn akyerɛ n'adwene afa match a ɛbɛkɔ so yi nti no wohwɛ Arsenal efiri December ɛba no a ɔmo form no nhyɛ da nyɛ saa wode compare PSG and Roving foɔ no a ɔmo form no yɛ dɛn aba soro paa yie nti no yɛhwɛ sɛ Arsenal sometimes na yɛ ana yɛ sɛ when a anidasoɔ ni no ɛhɔ na yɛ ana Arsenal yɛ dɛn ɛyɛ nsɛnkyerɛnne. Ba mmerɛ ya na nidaso wɔ hɔ no ɛhɔ na ya na ase na yɛ dɛ ɛde animguaseɛ ne awerɛhosɛm yɛ dɛ ɛbɛka ne fans nti yɛhyia mu wɔ ha a yɛbɛma yɛn nua Kwabena Mo Salah Sweet Mo ɔno yɛ Madrid ni watumi akyerɛ n'adwene afa saa match no ha a ohu sɛ match no ɛbɛtumi akɔ akɔsi nti yɛn nua Mo yɛ ma wakɔ aba.
Yɛnua medase nso sɛ mama konya sɛ meso mentwɛ m'adwene fa match yi ho. Right, Yankomu, I think say Arsenal for no the injuries no more the style of play no more football no. And shedding who sweet. As I say every season be as no more no. A league. Now they don't about two league you know. Champions League no so you can say more money in boa. Me who say Arsenal phone in Champions League nebo. I ben say me friend say be just by luck be and I be more fun. And I don't people more pay. But today's match, no dear. Me who say is gonna go in favor of PSV. But then no, say you can see a predict so make can say both teams will score. Arsenal be away go. But say be winning match in the bedding. Cause PSV for no form no kitana no shit.
Okay.
Like if you try to disregard them, I'm surprised. So me on take on it and say PSV is gonna win at the end of the day.
But ohwɛ Arsenal so ɔmo records a ɛwɔ against Dutch teams na very impressive. Arsenal against the likes of Ajax, Utrecht, PSV and Oven.
Season behind in the source, season behind in the source. What I say, season behind in the source. So if I say Arsenal get full force, and yes, it make us say okay, they can do something. But right about now, no, even for them to even say this is our striker number 9, but they don't have it. So I can have it no more born striking. I quite some more born the first 9. And I can know if you watch his matches, so when they go say on share 10, or be me see 8, no share 2.
Me know ya adwene wɔ hɔ no, but yɛhwɛ Arsenal sɛ yɛ dissect ɔmo a wotumi hu sɛ ɔmo game against West Ham deɛ na ɔmo yɛ bad. But no kora na nyɛ bad saa. But wohwɛ against ɔmo ne Forest na ɔmo nyɛ bad. Just say they didn't take their chances because no money striker.
Yeah,
But
so
there are
a cool game, no.
yeah,
So
but there are
no one take care. If you don't
but
take
there
your
are
chances,
there
that's
are a
what's
lot
gonna
of
happen to
teams.
you.
There are a lot of teams wɔ hɔ a wotumi hu sɛ ɔmo tumi 3 matches on the bounce na striker hyɛ goal na midfielders nko ara na ɛdɛn ɛhyɛ. Nti don't you think sɛ biribi saa betumi asi wɔ PSV
Nah,
and Ovi na abɔnten so anadwo.
I'm still standing on my ground. Say PSV will win. PSV will win. Who they say Arsenal yeah they draw.
Okay, nti o prediction na ma PSV Arsenal ɛyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ dɛn.
Me say me cast me share match na bit my end bia 3-2 in favor of PSV and 3-1 in favor of PSV.
So na just say nya de Arsenal betumi atwe draw mpo.
No, a bedding.
That's it.
Bedding.
Enua Frank Nana Ababio. Also yɛduru aso yɛ wohwɛ Arsenal ne PSG game na sɛn na wo so hu no sɛ ɛbɛkɔ no.
Oh, me da ase bebree ne wɔtiefo. Ne match ne de wɔahwɛ ne ɛkɔ na Arsenal toothless. Omu ni striker bia.
Yeah.
Yenya yitimi sɛ ɔmo de so far no season no ɔmo coach no can say over his dead body so ɔbɛka kyerɛ Arsenal sɛ Arsenal ni striker. Nti expect more if you hɔ. Obi anka sɛ ma nkɔtɔ striker. Wɔate ase. Nti ɛnya fi na ɔba bɛka kyerɛ sɛ wuni striker na wuni say. Arsenal benya striker in a person of Marino sɛ wɔn ahwan ofi that's Spain ebe join wɔn no wɔn bɛ play na
Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad, yeah.
Yeah.
Nti Arsenal form na this time around ɔmo wɔ EPL no mu so deɛ ɔmo lose ɔmo form ne kakra ama sisi ano title contenders no ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo afi sisi a sport ɔmo pra ne sɛ ɔmo betumi aka Champions League sport no so far no nso deɛ ɔmo ayɛ ɔmo abɔ ɔmo mmɔden a ɔmo da number 2 nti so far ne deɛ ɔmo wɔ arehyɛmu sɛ Champions League no deɛ yɛ pɔn sisi ana ɔmo benya den ɔmo benya sport bɛɛ form na sisi ɔmo pra no ɔmo lose hope kakra ɛnam sisi ano ɔmo formation na ɔmo bɔ no ɔmo ni striker atra striker wotumi sɛ wei deɛ yɛgya atom a obetumi ayɛ biribi aboa sisi ayɛ midfielders na ɔmo convert ɔmo de ayɛ strikers nti so far no PSG team no so deɛ ɔmo abɔ ɔmo akyɛ rejected players a ɔmo ba mainstream Europe na ɔmo anya bi amɔ no ana sisi ɔmo ayɛ den ɔmo akɔ back in a person of ɔmo captain yɛ fɛn sɛn
Ivan Perisic.
o sɛ Perisic ɛwɔ hɔ ana no free Barca
Luke Dion so
Luke Dion yeah so no dey no free chinchin ya ba Newcastle ni
aga pepe so abɛ ni name a anko yama no sisi ano ɔno wo lead ɔmo attack no hɔ the experience kakra ya kan ho wɔn nim sɛ Dutch football no so deɛ ɛda fam kama pass ne yɛ adwuma nti wontumi underrate ɔmo wɔahwɛ sɛ ne final etumi yɛ Bayern ɛyɛ Man City ɛyɛ Juventus ne other teams na wontumi underrate ni Dutch team biara sɛ we deɛ Dutch league no wɔ fam nti EPL ni kɔbɔ a ɛda fam ma no at the end of the day no betumi apeke points a wo ni sɛ ɛyɛ ɔmo home so ɔmo nso no ɔmo fans ne yɛ adwuma te sɛ na Germany foɔ no ɔmo fans no ɔmo nya wɔn home hɔ a ɔmo bɛ disturb wɔ ankasa nti match ne deɛ so far so good no me nso sɛ betumi ayɛ draw match anaasɛ bibi betumi apue mu aba a me mɛkɔ ama PSV end of it sɛ ɔmo na ɔmo betumi anya favorable scoreline every match so far.
Yeah, because so we share PSV and Ovin for now. Or more records in the Champions League, especially second leg, Nah, but this season, what you say, or more improve because
to beat
to beat Liverpool at home and then to beat Liverpool at home and then beat what do you call it, Juventus, it's a massive boost for them. Going to the knockout stages now, Evo Champions League, must say, And Sir Frank Ababio, Yebisawa, Arsenal and PSV game, what will be your prediction for that?
Oh, prediction 8-2-1 in favor of PSV. End of it. Serious prediction.
So of course, Arsenal will lose to PSV.
Oh, sir, per Obia form, any per CC understanding, sir, Obia woman. PSV, it won't say I asked, I'm on mobile 5 points gap. And you're bad yet.
Okay.
Now, it's Mimi Susa or a sign your home. Arsenal away form for Arsenal, and Shadanya encouraging Champions League. And a PSV in this season, and so no, or much Shadanya bad, on Kobo playoff, still Mujinum.
Okay.
You won't say almost stadium honor there. On bet me up favorable points be from.
Okay. And you Yanko Madiba so. Madiba, say, wahoma no twetwe si kakra. And then I do wohwe match so Holland abonten so PSV and Ovina. Arsenal omo kɔ hɔ omo bu omo ketima free England akɔ hɔ a. Wohwe omo results omo nya during a weekend before this weekend Who say weekend ni dey na
Okasa newa Arsenal nye team a ɛsɛ bubu ne ho ha. Ye bubu teams ho a ye mbobo teams apapa ho. Arsenal de Arsenal kwanga senka ye brush story no enye story as you spend 1 minute crowd ho what you say ever no ko oni ba bia akọ Arsenal yopa o she PSV Uni be uni hwe ono nti champion obija bi keke obija man for boy. He just came to add up to the numbers. As na nye team obega say okwa kwaje Champions League. No no ni coach ko no say the Champions League. We fears the bomber ya mas na bomber ya
Meba
mo.
mama mbisa o wakɔ Chelsea ni no season na moje Champions League no na wosusu sɛ Chelsea na ka mo betuma je Champions League that season.
We na ya ben ho. So steady Chelsea ya. Na ya ben final, ya ko semi final. No Arsenal ko final, ko semi final okay. Kofi.
No na sɛ Arsenal wakɔ final nsa na wɔkɔ bi o.
Okọ no okay. Okọ say ya we no hu ni
You
bi.
say I see Okobi and so be Okobi. Besides, when was the last time Arsenal for semi-final?
And I make sure say the last time I make Christ wɔkɔ bi no wɔkɔ bi ansa na wɔba bi.
And I ain't Chelsea there, so best steady about from 2018 bano. Ya nya de kwa nye ebi a quarter finals. Oh, quarter, semi. It's like which means that we are knocking the doors of the finals, no. What you say? And your call final about United the war yen. It's like you know, not show quarter, semi, final, quarter, semi. It's near budget. That's the group stage. Round of 16 group stage.
O de you twa so ho na wo mama hu sɛ omo ye tiase ewu. Wo mama hu sɛ omo ye tiase ewu. Enti you say Arsenal na PSV no. O final prediction is more.
Oh, 2-1.
2-1 to PSV.
PSV 2-1. No, nice. 1-1 no Emirates.
No, you nyanka second leg na sama yanka first leg no.
Be cut to ho.
Okay, ate. Yeah, that's bebre. Mr. Derek Yeboah.
Someone.
Akwaba.
Yeah, I'm in here.
Obaya na enkoma ya twetwe ya ni o se ene ball Champions League match say ekoso wo e friends abrochima mu ha no ene ye pese mu nti no waba ye da so ye first one da so ye Arsenal ne PSV omukọ away say na hu no wo hwɛ season na drew mpempen so as a very crucial for teams to be fighting for positions, to be fighting for trophies, or I mean to show the ambition during the season. You know, now this is the time Arsenal fall short. How do you sum it up with Omo transfer, general transfer, Oman pay strikers and answer forward lines? You know, now Oman pimpu Omo team and answer Oman show Omo team no. Going to the Champions League, Omo say knockout stages. You know, you will need a full set and I say you need backups. If you want to win, and I say if you're ambitious club, how do you assess the whole Arsenal situation right now?
Almost states no media very, very, very complicated. We'll counter back to injury scenarios or more coach Nankasani on seriousness. Any try and error person or conk midfielder. As a person then able to right back tintinate trying. Seriously, me Frank ni Madiba ni na drink. No cre. They are not going to bring anything home. No cre.
Tonight.
Yeah, find a match per match we.
Yeah.
Common kwaya de papa bia. Unless say coach na na adwen safi obey be different bia yen way. But they were prove ya try any day. Statistics near day. Inti ono the why any day. Yeah, expectations for poor man of yen raise ban and man on you are quite disappointed.
And tonight o final score prediction at the Arsenal a PSG and over in the best saying.
Home advantage in I'll go with the 3-1.
3-1. It say 3-1 me 2-1 back 2-1 so me no.
Kofi okay. No look Kofi yen can say what a PS before match against Juventus no.
Oh, now me also only Liverpool crano. I will not Liverpool my team, yeah. I'm not gonna stand here or sit here to dispute say we went with the kit and stuff.
Anna, Nema can say and Nema can say PSV. Okay. PSV ever chance and then say Arsenal in the last 14 UCL matches, last 14, 13, when keep it clean sheet, only one pet. What I say. Anna Arsenal last 5 matches in the EPL, and I say in all competition. We're winning 1, we're draw 1, and we lose 2. What I say. And then the last 3 matches in Swa, Arsenal, intimate what now? Last 3 matches of Arsenal in all competition. Arsenal intimate what now back. What I say,
Okay.
team win, no, that's what
I think this is the reason why we always say Premier League is the best league in the world or the most competitive league in the world, right? Coming into this game, this is how me I assess Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but this is how I assess Arsenal because if you are basing on stats, I'll say in their last 19 games against Dutch teams, I think Omalusu Bakupo say me, if I'm right with my stats now, Omalusu me say Bakupe, right? So me who say regardless seasons or uniform crown, when they rock up in Amsterdam and I say Holland or Abontin so they pick up points. So I want to make sure. And me who say this match, Arsenal will defy us. And it's quite unfortunate say, maybe it's quite unfortunate say a team that is second in the Premier League that we most of us will accept say is the most competitive league ever Europe, if they are second and they are going into the game without a striker or attacking force, people recommend say me, I will sit here today this afternoon and say I tip Arsenal to come out victorious. And I'll go and maybe call Machi 2-1. Arsenal is going to win 2-1. They will defy all us.
And I don't know as in business way and also can as in football. Because in football. No,
listen.
Kofi, fine. Say now maybe say Arsenal might be lucky, right?
It's
That's
not luck. No, say PSG is so in a luck.
No. Kofi, listen.
Okay.
PSV born na nkolane bono. Enye unse nkanfo kase mi say Solono nehu.
Yeah.
Solono nehu. Netrum de twemu. Netrum. But look at the way these guys are balling. Kofi, look at how these PSV boys are balling against Juventus. Say, let's put it this way. Say Arsenal and Juventus, but who will you think so be winning match?
And in addition to move.
Maybe Arsenal and Juventus, but one, it will depend the venue. And it will depend on the venue where they are playing that game. And then the personnel that are going to be involved. If Semeche Arsenal injury crisis obviously Juventus is a top club or more attacking force. Omanya, they've got
and don't forget Juventus won the first match.
Okay.
Yes.
Only one.
Whoa, against PSG.
To come back from that defeat and qualify to the next stage, to tell you something.
Yeah.
And in that crown, you can say Arsenal against Dutch teams. More percentage, 30%. What I say?
Yeah.
But I say Arsenal, win 3, draw 4, lose 3 against Dutch teams. Arsenal has a win percentage of 30%. Or winning 3, or draw 4, lose 3. And Arsenal against Dutch teams, very bad. As per percentage, win 30% out of 100. Yeah, below belt. And this case, so Arsenal is for PSV end up in home. Yeah, it's a Dutch teams, or more historic teams to say PSV final. Any ayas no mu stadium on. Mine. Oh, Boba na I say a bogu so a bogu so. As I say, we call a Sina Iduna, you can't say Dortmund for home.
Signa Iduna.
It's a match, Team beat to say Arsenal. Now the last Europa Champions League, 14 matches. On keep it clean sheet. That's 13 out of 14. On keep it clean sheet. Now Koshia inform look beyond their matter. Forget the stars, no. The Red Devils.
Yate yemfa ho nsi na yenko match edikan yebono 5:45 and then Club Brugge and Aston Villa yebono Belgium so what you say enti eno no English team versus Club Brugge so you hear competition ni mu na among for who most fixtures as underdogs even when they went to Man City both home and away people even wrote them off. Say, omu team omu team call money. So what you say? And at this point, Mr. Jeffrey, Franka Babioso, say, Club Brugge, a friend saying, as Aston Villa, how do you see? Because I think they met in a group stage at Club Brugge crash or more
Sure.
yeah. And now here Club Brugge now, need star player but they have a
David.
team. They don't have a name. They don't have players, but they have a team. Nti my uncle na nti o de obeka fa Club Brugge ho ne Aston Villa fixture no.
Omuki player no me said that edin na mintimi mu say James Den BBB Tambi on omu player to watch. But so far they're so good no. We have additional
Tambi. Tabi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number
We have
68.
additions of Marcus Asensio, Marcus Rashford, and key players be to say Morgan Rogers, Omo captain, that's captain, you can't say.
McGinn, John McGinn.
McGinn, yeah.
Yeah.
Once I say, Ombeya Jumano, send the experts of Mobile than into crab which all those are more police surprises within or more qualification, no more the can't say, on playoff no problem, one for the boy.
How many forgotten team on boy? I think it was an Italian team. Anna.
How many Atlanta boy?
Atlanta, yeah.
Atlanta.
It was an Italian team, yeah.
Be 30 minutes to Atlanta home. No more killing game, no wait. 3 goals,
yeah.
If you say force necessary and omanya sa positivity na omoba home and as omoba omusu. If so many big guns in the ball group stages. Omoshe ye can say Aston Villa promotion. In the say no omonya believe bi say ometimi aye. And I will no go playoff now say ukotwen obi wo ho na. Ono fi playoff never. One sa playing time ne sa.
And even omu team no omu game no omu ball Etihad no kran no omunya bad for 15 minutes or so. They weren't bad. You could see say their strategy team they try to stay low in the game looking for opportunities to take. If the opportunity comes they take it. But say amba they're not my pine. And so much now surface and how do you see it to score prediction?
The score prediction there. It's 1-1. It's a draw game.
From your head or from your heart? From your head or from your heart?
From all my organs.
Matthias, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's it, baby.
if you go, then I mean, who's again?
Ebeko Derek Yeboah so na ono so ama ye ne the anadwen kire no about Club Brugge, Belgium, and Aston Villa, Birmingham for no. No mo so nka de ono so kire de anadwen na kire no. Yeah.
Okay. So me the Mecca with regards to Club Brugge, the oil no. Seriously, Aston Villa are picking form this season for Champions League, no? Yeah, fine. But Champions League, the character neighbor. How often does Aston Villa go there?
Yeah.
Club Brugge anya no. Season bia okosohwe.
Yeah.
Until when you the feel of it, I had to say we need the Champions League, no. Team bia no or call the first time no be five.
Yeah. Oko
Lusuba. To say Chelsea by second time answer. So you get it. Into me state no Madrid they mean pair the character and the spirit of the Champions League, no. That's how I'm going with it. My call for Club Brugge over Aston Villa.
So what will your score prediction?
To me, but I bet very tight. It could be a 1-0, 2-1. It wouldn't be more than a goal difference.
Okay. Yan kwa na most no kan de me wi ameba ba ka asem bi wo Club Brugge ho no. Kwabena mo.
No credit.
O hwe January e ba ye ya Aston Villa no nka mu team no. Omujina mu kama. But
Mhm.
Omasin akoma koshemu kena. Akɔfa Marco Asensio mo de hyia ofiri Madrid a wɔkɔpie wɔ Paris Saint-Germain because Luis Enrique abɛfa no sɛ ɔmbra na ɔmkɔ France nkɔdi paa.
Okay, oh, yes, right.
Ɛno deɛ dɔge wo kora nka wobɛkɔ wote ɔsi sɛ ɛka sɛ Brasil de bɛgye ɛyi a wobɛkɔ gyaa ne na ɔnwe no.
Hɔ yɛ Saudi, ɛnyɛ France.
Yɛka ne sɛ ɔmo deɛ I think sɛ January wei deɛ Marcus foɔ nko ara na ɔmo sensan. Ọmakọfa Marcus yɛfrɛ no sɛ Rashford de n'aba ɔno nso baeɛ no agya ɔyɛ threat goal na ɔnhyɛ yɛ koraa na ɔha adwen wotumi sɛ wode no to defender bi a ho a ayamhyehyeɛ ne akomateɛ den ɛbɛba sɛ wate aseɛ nti no wowɔ asɛse Villa ɔmo ambition going to the season sɛ last season ɔmo atumi abɔ top 4 na this season ɔmo kɔbɔ Europe ba a ɔmo ba league no mu a ɔmo ntumi perform no go into this game, no? How do you assess it?
Honestly, no, Club Brugge nang sadam follow mo. But for the past games, no, my boy Champions League, no, as we Derek Kine, Champions League, a boy of character, right? And these guys are proving say they can do something in Europe. In a like say if they are able to at least get in 1 or 2 names, almost a world class akra on my hardring.
You sure?
Because we share Champions League records now. A good. And you know what I seen is they can pull a surprise on Aston Villa. But same way, so Villa can also pull a surprise on them because Omutu no Omunshadam boy. But if you share how Aston Villa bomb or born, listen at Club Brugge born. I said Club Brugge now bought Champions League a couple of times than Aston Villa. Into more experience no kakra in Aston Villa. Yeah, so me who say kwata no ebiana Club Brugge no wa one Aston Villa no was surprising no, but it's gonna be a tight game to be honest. A bit tight. Because Aston Villa they also want to prove something. Say almost one team about Champions League maybe. And we be me for scoreline there. I think said there'll be goals. Maybe a 1-1 and not 2-1. It's not gonna be too much. But it could pull a surprise say Club Brugge beat match Aston Villa be a 3. I mean try bet they are making both teams to score anyway. Because Aston Villa so no omun kasi omeko nsapan definitely no so almost any Club Brugge floor. So at least we have first leg and Club Brugge so go home into no advantage kakra. Into the dome so be pass omo close gap no in case of say scoreline no ko bibi ka omo close sa gap no so that omo ba second leg na e be no ma shock omo. Ewo omo so mo hono mo no. Into no. That's what I have to say about Club Brugge and Aston Villa.
Into score prediction on mine is saying
it shouldn't be more than 2-1 or
so very tight.
Crab, Biafran is 2-2. But media, what I know is both teams will score.
Both teams will score.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that over Club Brugge, people are because what some are kind okay say Aston Villa a share year it will be like a surprise analysis. Me who say Club Brugge come because move home and they've got a quality keeper. Simon Minile previously for Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool cooked.
Yeah, from Sunderland. Yeah. His experience. So, what my first leg? Some mistakes na Villa for koye na. Sa ball na defender na che ya. Keeper na toma na odene sa kan ya omuje sa indirect no. Ni nyina the pressure ball mo so na ma sa go no ba any ade. But I think Aston Villa is going, if I'm being honest with myself, Aston Villa, they are going to struggle with the atmosphere in Bruges.
Yeah.
They will struggle with the atmosphere because we've seen, say, when they go to Europe and they come back to the Premier League, they hardly win. The last win Villa won after the Champions League and our European night was against Wolves. That was somewhere September was early stages more of Champions League in more. And omo win if you omo win bi omo ko Champions League ba bi omo lose. And right now no coming to the end of the season, no man who said they've got an FA Cup. They've got an FA Cup against Preston North End, and they've got a Champions League, and they're still fighting to be in the top 4 and I said top 5. If supposedly the 5th spot is given to England for a Champions League spot, they are still fighting for that. But personally, I think they see if they win if there's a way for them to win the FA Cup, they'll straightly go into the Champions League and as they will turn their focus on that. But it doesn't mean tonight's fixture that they are going to Club Rouge, they are going to, down tool everything. No, they're going to give up a fight. And with this, me, I like underdogs and I like going over the friends against the odds. I'm going to tip Club Rouge to win 3-1
against Aston Villa.
Yes, I'm going to tip.
Because I know if you watch both sides now,
I know Agonlaho will not be happy with me because he's an Aston Villa legend and he will be rooting for Aston Villa to pick up some points because that's his team. But I personally think with the performance Club Rouge put against City at the Etihad before eventually losing and still qualifying, is even a morale booster for them going into that Atlanta game now. And the Atlanta game, I see people saying, oh, why did the coach kept Lookman on the bench? He should have brought him on earlier and then he could have changed the game. Charlie, Club Rouge, Omaso Wedding, we really the you. They don't have a player say, this is our Messi, this is our Ronaldo, this is our Mo Salah, this is our Saka. They don't have that. They form as a team. And to beat a team is very difficult.
Yeah.
And I see Club Rouge as a team, not individuals, because Omuni star player be Charlie. Oh, sure, Omuni City game. Did you see how they were dying for each other?
Yeah.
Right back, right back. You overlapping now. Defensive midfielder, no. Charlie, grounds are all covered with Chilehono. And easy and that form. And you're free and also now. You say bebu ya kete makwa kopie Spain abontin so and na match kesia and anajo eto me sure say fixtures ya bobo din na players omo ye involved in Arsenal, PSV and Ovin Club Brugge na Aston Villa omo nyina nya Madrid game kura nko mehwe bi but entime man sa entino ye bebu makwa Spain honum na che say Real Madrid ene Omo tenafi afro omo neighbors omo craftfo Diago Simeone boys the Diago Simeone army omo mbra no mo mesi akan na afi de enhwe mpapa omo betima aba nti ye start free a Derek Yeboah say oh ya around a obetima ma ya hu de o wadwen kire one ba bia wakoma da ne si de ohun se game no betima akọ say onye ready so de na ye betima ma Franka ba bi wakasa na later no obom nti so Derek no and Frank yanko. Frank mute you on mute you rather. Frank on mute you na kasa yeti.
Match na wa boss no enye match it will the introduction kwa no e tanki. Yeah, come match ni ma Real Madrid versus Atletico na. One of the most played derby in Europa history as compared to other derbies, no.
Okay.
10 times. I don't know, Asia in the European Cup, either European Cup or Europa Champions League. 10 times. I don't know,
Asia.
It's 2 teams from one city there. That's the most played derby, and I say fixture ever European match.
Yeah.
So far, no. Yeah, omo legs na Real Madrid losing to Betis 2-1. Emma a win for Atletico Bilbao. That's 1-0 win over Atletico Bilbao. No, Emma Atletico Madrid overcoming Real Madrid on the league log.
Okay.
So far so good, no. Real Madrid ne Atletico derby no. Yabo 239 derbies. Real Madrid winning 116 with 63 draws and 59 lose. Into which means your win percentage no any bad. If you say no be ball 239 matches, now we need 116. It says almost half of the which me then I win.
Now about Champions League, much how many times?
Champions League, and I'm saying in Europa competition there, you know much share 10 times.
And I'm
And
winning.
media analysis ne beba one himself mo there. Yeah, you winning 6 in European in the you winning 6. And you winning you what as you draw 4. So far there, you know more no. Yeah, key players are yeah sure money say on ba be di tuma no. E was I can see mu there. One him dada. Kylian Mbappe, e baba be kire ne bobre. If you say why be that? Ono na watimi abo hat-trick. Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. As I bought hat-trick, our Camp Nou. What I say, the only player watching me is and then I was so BB. I was Santiago.
Barcelona na ju match amoboy. And then match amoboy nya Camp Nou na mobono. Oh, Dabi. Yenye ho na ye bono nti yen focus over be match ne koso no.
There be so much time na kalema peshe no Obama PSG.
Okay.
Untimi nka Real Madrid asema Barca ho metwitwim. Ebi say obi abo hat enye nti.
Pacho anadu enye one Madrid, one Barca na ebo, one Atletico na ebo.
Eti so far ne there Atletico so key players omo bench ne strong. Omo key players ni bi to say Antoine Griezmann e wo ho. Omato from Man City almost like
Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez.
Alvarez, yeah. Omuna be a main key players at the moment. If it's say England boy akwi, Garaga muna bench. NG Korea muna sa bench. Amunya starter. Well, into captain Captain Koke. Ebe lead boys in the Aba Santiago. Yes, but say in the Champions League night there, the Bernabeu will rise and every team will bow. It's one that I said. Champions League, they bought Champions League. Now say, and you mean Bana is sharing Madrid for fans the team. Not fans, you know, Ginger Mona for set players the team. No more say, Hala Madrid, Masa. And what? And Liverpool win our session.
Na mebao se dia okeka se AC Milan ba obefa win call you na eno na nya company na nya Madrid
o say
menka
o say
AC Milan ba obefa win ho no na hala Madrid no na ewe
Barcelona na
me say AC Milan e ba company ho ayi ya kan say Bernabeu obefa win eno no na hala Madrid na afa hin
Frank, mamina no. Na DJ no na nye mahwe kakra nto ko toilet.
Oh, David. Eya ba mo fa nche bibi. Mo me pesa mo admit say. Na me pe obi ebo da ka say. Sata na ye Champions League no starting here. This is the time ye Champions League has started. This is what I want to hear.
Kofi, on the record no, Ocean record Madrid Champions League. Most of the time no, group stages here nyade.
Since when?
Oh, Munia say na friend is saying Dortmund mu yi free mu sa German team kalan ni bi omutimi yi free group stages new near. On a normal day no, when Madrid so say about Champions League number, it's a different ball game together. But then there's been times
Mebao, can you tell me how many times or when was the last time Madrid film Champions League group stages?
Kofi Meba.
Just give me
Meba.
The group stages, you know, Mebao. Let me come in this way. Mebao, Frank, my member. Share.
Okay.
To me, you know, if you see the Champions League new format now, I think say it favors smaller teams, it doesn't favor some big teams. This is why I'm putting it, because when you see the likes of Celtic and other teams to say Club Brugge, If it was the old format, I'm not sure say Club Brugge go be drew her. And ka who the Club Brugge copy group B to say Juventus, Real Madrid, Dortmund. How will Club Brugge survive in that group? Unsurvive it. Obe who team B to say Celtic. No copy group B to say Liverpool, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. Obe that survive it, unsurvive it. So on the match one. So I think say the way my tricky friends say group stages, and as a format, what smaller teams and what big teams because when almost tricky and who big teams are almost struggle just to qualify. And I can give you an example of that. Real Madrid is number 1, Man City is number 2, Bayern is number 3. What to make sure even Juventus at the point, not they were struggling because the Club Brugge beat Man City Juventus can yate. So on the match on. And say make us yourself so make us to say Real Madrid when it comes to Champions League, it's always your knockout stages is Real Madrid. But group stages, group squad no. There are higher possibilities make Marcus in the last 10 years in Champions League, more top group. The last one make us amount top group more free group stages, was Dortmund and Amon Dortmund and group mu. And the last one knockout stage, more free early stages crowd was against Ajax. Apart from that, every group stage is be moko through the next stage. So on the match on. And to say this is where the Real Madrid starts its season in the Champions League. But kuna actually the enka cry. So what on the match on?
In the last 17 knockout matches, that's fixtures for Real Madrid. The last 17, Real Madrid are winning 11, I draw 5, I lose 1.
So more record in your part. So what on the match on?
In the last 17, yeah, the never chairman. Want to be and the chairman.
Sapa Pepe. Until the million Quabrana cannot say, or person say.
No. But who can say me can say Dortmund for me from that?
I know crowd what can say Dortmund, you know, not Satan, not club na wo.
Okay.
Not club na any Dortmund club now.
Dortmund, but how many years ago? I check.
You share Atletico so Atletico a defensive side. You read this time Champions League now. Atletico ni team was fewer goals. That's 20. In team what was to be a Dortmund. Dortmund so 22. And a
Champions League.
Me trying.
Okay, now ma consider say.
I'm considering them. This is my but how many team are fewer goals? That's 20. In comparison to Barcelona 28, Dortmund 22. Into how many teams are fewer goals in this season Champions League? Player like Koke or Mobeba, Griezmann, Avas, other key players. Sort of, Anna we players this our crunch player. We have to get a Bellingham. Last minute goals, this season Washama 5 90 plus goals. Into
Ghana no mo friend say.
Girona no.
David no Crystal Palace. No, yeah, was Crystal Palace no course or that. And yes,
Solot.
Yeah, Solot. For free. Is it Norway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Free no one. Haaland and Kwasi Afom,
Yeah, only Odiga.
Yeah, Norway for the Charlie. Omo won into omo na ewu, omo ring na ewu.
And I make an sense. If you are who say Atletico.
Odeta sana.
The man who you on the bench. So far, we get this bench. Or other key players are Omoka Womina as a bench. Omunya be more betting as starter. Other teams in the move. They say Real Madrid ever feel the absence of Jude Bellingham. Mobile. Defensively, no. Real Madrid ensure and yes strong. You the presence of Alaba of injury. The young chap in a sense where also only European experience Diana Fino pick back with Ginetro yɛhwɛ sɛ bi a obetumi ayɛ starter anaasɛ ɔbɛbɔ inform anaasɛ experience Alaba to pair
Meba,
Rudiger.
my last
Real
five
Madrid, no,
games.
the
My last
difference, no.
5 games. Meba, my last 5 games. More informed defender behind.
Also, your last 5 games, ne
Yeah.
consistent defense.
No, I was Champions League. Champions League. My last 5 defense. I was Champions League. You know, defender Ben Abaka said, "Ono na the most informed defender in the Champions League. Your last 5 games."
Devin, I say, who cut defense?
Your last 5 games.
One the ball defense, no.
No, make a defense na mo wo no.
Militao woni ho.
Your last 5
It's already
games,
on
you
conference.
I'm saying your last 5 games, you better match Chouameni.
Chouameni.
Oh no, ya convert na central back. What do you know, my what I say?
Chouameni inform defender because you need any defenders. You need defenders.
No, my last 5
young boy, I feel no all
Meba. I need to think how many years?
Injury.
Meba, or how many years? Asensio no.
I think it's about
21.
Yeah.
20. And our friend young.
Na so of your academy now.
Na so a young chap.
No, Meba, 20 and our friend young. Na sa 17-year-old Kubasi na also gina mu na also big matches no so e.
Kofi, you can't compare the two. You can't compare the two.
I can't no. With the age. With the age,
you can't compare the two.
No, with the age, I can compare the two. When it comes to age, I can compare the two.
Kofi, even the commentators nepo kasa, omo kasi the young boy or the young man at the back. Omo kasi because of the 2019 or your opinion.
No. They call him young. They call him young because of the criteria that he found himself in.
That's what I'm telling you, sir. Because of where he is coming from, so we have to say he's a young player. He's a young player.
No,
upcoming.
If he's 20 years, he's coming to the team of Rudiger, Alaba, Militao. He's young. They will call him young defender.
That's what I said.
But if that 20-year-old is playing with 17, they will call him in experienced or mature defender. What I say because or change 17 for no.
Debbie Kofi no. And then the Obua. If I say only Kaya, Debbie Kofi.
No, Meba Kwabnamo, and for age, MNA excuse, because boy, no, Meba, Asensio, no, Meba, let me finish. He's attacking. He's not 19.
Let me how many years?
He just turned 17 this year.
Why is it?
After Euros not turning 17. He was 16 when he was playing. Years. No, yeah, he was 16 when he was playing the Euros. He just turned 17 after winning, I think a day before. Lamine Yamal. He just turned 17. Only 18 boy.
Yeah, he just turned 17.
Or drugs also talk on client Toman because only 18 years.
Mebo, there was this video of Lamine Yamal, right? Like I said, I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying, there was this video about Lamine Yamal when they asked him, what game was his favorite game? Or see PS2.
It doesn't matter.
That be meba. Also PS2.
It doesn't matter.
Your game. And it doesn't matter. That was his game that he was playing, you know. And PS2 came out at the what year was it? I think 1993 or something like that.
But still, today you can still get PS2. Open PS2 if you want to play PS2, you can still get it today.
No, as I'm not make patch out medicine. Like I want to understand.
No, Bobby,
yes, or see that was his first game.
No. Oh, and said a bit more from near Palmano.
A bit more from the same, but
a bit more from near Palmano.
A bit from near the same.
Oh, maybe tears is here. Mitmaka is my favorite. My favorite in 1962 Range Rover. Oh, Tomame, Nami, you saw me say, and then Tomame. My birthday, and then Tomame. It doesn't mean I was there. What I say, a idea chum. But let's stick to the argument. Let's stick to the argument. Listen,
me argument I can say. Who deform defender no. Now make a choice said who can defender sir. One man defenders and bisa. That's the question I'm asking you. One man defenders.
What you've got available no. He's the informed defender. He's the informed one. Chouameni is not a defender, right? You've got your captain or what they say
Captain Madrid.
David. Nacho the so.
Vasquez.
No, what is saying?
Vasquez.
Lucas Vasquez. He's matured more than that guy, and he's a defender.
Na Vasquez when the 30s mo.
Yeah, so and I make say
game no
he's mature
Madrid
than him.
were bought for how many years?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. So you can't compare Asensio to him.
So that's what I'm saying. Sir, your defense that you've got at that moment, and at this moment, the last 5 games in Champions League, he's your most informed defender. Okay, if you take him against Liverpool, he was your best player on the pitch. If was not that guy, and first time can we continue be 3 and 4
Why?
against
Asensio,
Man City?
no.
Yeah, Asensio against Man City, both home and away, he was the man there. He was the man there. And after money Liverpool, you played. Was it Lilo? Sir? Was it another team? Be said Brest or say you fit team?
Yeah,
No, more team be Lilo. Sir.
Yeah, but Lille, yeah, France.
Yeah. Did you see how he played? He was good, right? Now after the game, Nukra Ramos tweeted, say he's the next big thing because
Kofi,
he's your most informed.
Kofi, NHL say he is
Yeah.
informed, yes, right?
Yeah.
Because even at a point in America, I say Ancelotti can say even Militao and Alaba will have to fight for the position when they come back from their injuries.
Exactly.
What am I saying?
Yeah.
Because the guy has something to prove, right? And he's stepping up into the big games, for the big guns no more call down.
Yes.
It's a big
You
plus
do
for
that.
him.
Yeah.
That I give him that respect there, be the man big time, because at that age, and I said from coming from where he's coming from, to Ned now a shit team now he's emerged, he's doing great job. But I say, any young boy be a bad team can do that. But then they say desperate measures cause for desperate actions. Intino, time now here obi na shame, the boy has proven his worth, and he's proven that he can be in the first team. Even if you watch this Betis game now, Betis game, Frank, do you think say if Asensio was in there, right, and Kebetima and Kasa game maybe lose this game nana, it will be hard a bit. But look at Alaba by free injury, but then you start the guy.
This is where you should understand this. He's your most informed defender.
Oh yeah,
because he's your talisman in that defense, regardless who you've got at that moment.
Yeah, I quite say time now. Alaba prior now, Meta so prior no. Rudiger was the only defender we can rely on. He was the only informed defender at that particular time. When we calling a center back is Rudiger, because Tchouaméni was a converted one anyway. Or you see on just to play there for that time being. What I say, until say Ancelotti discover as our boy no ordinary shame right? So right about now, friends say Antonio Rudiger no on shada so nye fit kakra. But then as I said, they are forcing the guy to play the game because he has experience. But trust me, right? If Asensio started that match against Betis, I don't think we'd have lost that game, because somebody coming from injury, and it's not just a common injury, or AC or not by, and also another injury be on another leg, which even took him out for almost a month. Now the guy is coming in now. You starting him at certain when you know say you are on the same point with your other rivals, and then you put that guy in there to start the match. To me, I think Sansoletti didn't do well there. That's why we lost the match.
But so right now, with what you are saying, do you agree with me now? Say he's your most informed defender.
Arguably, yes.
That's it. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Arguably, yes. Because I think say even this match now against Atletico, the guy needs to start.
Yeah.
Say Ancelotti and start guy we now so Sanko Salah Bane starting biom dia. I'm sorry. Ebiana on ni beba on so ni agi 2 dada na 3.
O de Kwabena mo fa o de be o prediction you say.
Kofi Madrid assembly make enye 2 minutes 3 minutes assembly can say prediction say. De ma bia ma Frank na Frank kasa. Me meba later.
No Frank akasa. Akawo.
Na say Frank wan kasa wi.
Frank akasa wi we na do continue.
Frank kasa wi.
O kasa yo we na kasa Derek na kasa.
Derek do meba last hour tubu we Madrid for asem. Train Derek no tubu.
Na Derek Rabara was talking to Western Pills. Or for Western Pills.
Asamna senior mo e ka no ne kwan so sesi ano Ancelotti eya edi ne ho bɔne ɔyɛ penibɔne ɛwɔ saa team nim man no na so ayɛ den to the sense wono yɛwɔ young chaps ɛwɔ team no mu a ɔmayɛ eager sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo bɔ bɔɔl no ɛma bibi esi
Yes.
the man no still ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ bibi huhu Alaba every injury na ɛba wopɛ sɛ ɔma ne training time na ɔbɛbɔ Champions League ne yɛ den abra yɛwɔ asɛnsu a wɔnyɛ confidence ne sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ den ɔyɛ bibi ma team no na yɛ ne Betis ɛkɔbɔ match a wopɛ sɛ ɔma wobɛfixe Alaba ɛwɔ match no mu nti ɛwɔ yɛ derby no nti still na ma Alaba bɛgyina mu ɔtoto paapaa so saa yɛho agency bia yɛho team bia team bonding bia yɛho individual brilliance bia wɔ Betis team no mu just a weak team a weak Madrid side a ɔmo exhibit ɔmo ignorance ɛwɔ pitch no so nti match no de ankɔyɛ hwee bɛ saa match na yɛbɔɔɛ no ɛno na yɛba bɛyɛ no Atletico match wɔ mu de ayɛnya hwee mfirim but in a Champions League day no de who expect say Madrid ɔte sound na bibi foforo bɛsi
Frank
this
they
boss
say no person ɔkyerɛ sɛ mulusu to Betis no you have no credit for Betis with their effort on for 2 years.
Kofi, let's not go there, please. Let's not go there.
No, it's not about their effort. It's rather about
no, their Frank
no brilliance.
No, because Betis are not winning game. No. But at least
Madrid team
there was an effort from them. But I want him to give credit to Betis. That night, they deserve to win. Looking at
the better team.
Me, I don't believe in stars. Me, I don't believe in stars. But the pattern of play, normal play, they really go you at the wrong time and they beat you. Just accept it.
Kofi. You.
Kofi, no, Frank. Me fan chance you. No, you fan chance you. Your obese sardine ye yanka say
They say the one that they say the one at the club. What you guys from who here? You pitch, or say pitch here dry. They say. They say only one at the club. Nano Gadula or winning you, City winning you. And so we complaining about football. Right? But if Man City lose here, and can end up a cancer ball Nasama Kebe bashing because Ateta can be when Newcastle or Emirates was a ball different. Also, they say on a say media and eka on a apprentice and a pepe master. Master Nanka Sabe can be say born in ye. Ye try it for some also make us say I'm party you go to Nakana, yes, sir. Because on the job can be of football,
yeah, but Kofi, you know when it comes to La Liga, right? La Liga matches most of the time, no. I think say it's about time say the refereeing association in penny for no and form because some decisions now more making it honestly doesn't go into book, right? Let's take this game against Barcelona against Rayo Vallecano, right? Look at the penalty that they took for Barcelona. I didn't think that the same thing happened with Barca for boxing Mianji penalty. What I say, countless of fouls are Barcelona. No, they don't give it. The people scored 3 goals. Yanjim Bakumpo. Shesa go no people were even putting online that goal no. Maybe sa go no say offside no. If you really watch that game, if you really watch that match, the replays, right? Sam Martinez guy no almost say black guy no blocking no. Initially no, na Martinez no no. So the guy wanted to free himself from Martinez. If you doubt it an upper, you can go back and watch that video.
Kwamina.
Me back Kofi,
What kind of call I say La Liga preview, but we a Champions League.
La Liga. I said me cast him the system.
Okay.
Me cast him the system so, right? So okay, say Betis for deserve credit, right? I said no so La Liga never near kind. But then what I'm trying to say is when it comes to that aspect now, referees no omodi, excuse me to say, and I make my case omodi Madrid in a way because
no credit.
Oh, Senior Derek, penalty no omojima Betis no, right? What was the problem?
Listen,
Rudiger,
if we mean to be going back and forth, Do you know how many times decisions has gone in favor of Barcelona, Real Madrid against these smaller teams?
Uh-huh.
How many
Countless
times?
times.
How many times?
Countless. Countless.
Me,
Oh,
Debia, me sure born
see,
me
there are some times.
say in favor of the other team, Barca and Asa Madrid move back straight in Kiaje. But that very incident, me a Barca fan. Me see the everywhere there. But Madrid is so big teams no.
Without Derek. So how many times are Madrid for Okasi ya favor no and he first side no more favor Madrid was.
Last Vinicius interview minimum so when ya chance it here. I say referees no protect big players. Vinicius na account. More Vinicius na account. I say referees no protect big players. Inti na other Madrid big players ni for Barca.
No, but utie line ni na Okasi protect big players no. What was the last ending as mo ka one mo?
Catch him no ka
No, someone now means honestly, minyan here, but I think I saw a little flash
that
of
was
it.
how he ended
because
it.
He said they protect the big players, but when it comes to us,
Omu about protesting say first no. BBC gidi no dream can no referees no. Frank Kasana.
Asana okano enra ono no call press conference.
Yeah.
It was a players no referees protect key players now omoma fans na enjoy game no. Na say no correct. Players no Jude player Putuno and the referee no over no funny baby. Just say or loud or you say. Players no it was a high timer it was a referees no protect key players now more game no my enjoy the just crocodile and no correct.
Omo makano omo ye mo omo ni mo jani bi.
What's the mention?
No, they need to be fair.
Big players
No,
any big teams na big players.
If you want to be a role model, you have to be fair.
Protect him.
It has to be fair, say, or say, referees, or officials, they should be fair to every other player because they are humans. Also, a human be. I don't know, we protect you more than Omo. I don't know, they have they not got wife and kids to look after. Or preko that face
key players.
Key players. What do you mean by key players?
Anna, let's go to the
number of times.
What do you mean by key players? Key player in your team, the key player you see in your team, they also have their key player.
Good.
What you say?
Sebe Kudus Obagana or a star boy.
Yes. Pepe.
What you say?
Into
definition of key player.
Mebao. Champions League. That's Madrid, Asia, West Ham. Now West Ham, there's no Kudus, there's no Paqueta, there's no Bowen. How do you see it? They've lost those 3 key players for them. What I say? That's the key player. And that a game no any balance. On the match on.
But Kofi, same people now can without those stars. Omusha Madrid. What are you going to say?
It's still Madrid. It's a brand name.
Madrid,
so then that means West Ham is also a brand name. It's still West Ham. Without their players.
Nah.
Someone protect both.
Of course, they have to protect both.
Maybe.
They have to protect both. But then on the real, the referees in La Liga is so appalling in a point. Say sometimes you just look at the whole situation and be like, how is this possible? Why do you take a penalty in this side of the game, and then when the same thing happens or similar thing happen in the other side, you forfeit it?
Exactly.
That's what I don't understand.
Exactly.
Why do you forfeit that? That's why I gave you an example of Rafa Vallecano against Barcelona. Just go and watch the clips. Just go watch the highlights and tell me. Derek, be honest to yourself.
No,
go and watch the
I'm
highlights
being honest.
Martinez penalty no Mudiano. They said it was a grabbing.
Rafinha,
Debbie Martinez near grabbing or penalty box in the energy penalty. Yes. The same thing. Corner ball. Wherever I can play, he was grabbed, put to the floor. Referee said no. There was other one too, crossing ball like that. Now, I don't know, say I don't know the player name, but Barcelona, I bet say one of those young, but Kubasi. I think there's one of, is it Casado or something?
Casado.
Yes. You could see him pulling the guy's shirt to the point that I couldn't lose balance and head the ball no go over. Why was that not even called? Black guy almost say why offside no almost offside sa goal no. How did he intercept with the ball? He didn't. And I'm gonna say if you watch the clip very well, Martinez was pulling the guy. Right? Martinez was trying to put the guy out of the way into but what they are saying is Martinez blocked the guy blocked Martinez from going to handle the ball.
Set player ube pursue young player just to make him offside. Say a common practice will boom. Set piece baby a hade. Once a striker snap or shake defender no or no pian defender no send near
About Derek Mitchell one last season, I think it's a League Cup final, Liverpool versus Chelsea. There was a free kick. Also, Van Dijk she go be my disallow here because ye piano man ye offense na ball never our head here. But now ball before ball never no nya awful. But ball never ye piano. Was it what's the guy's name? Oh, Murphy guy, Chelsea midfielder see back when they push one person Liverpool defender on the pushy Van Dijk man course but at the end of the day is VR what they said was Liverpool player they pushy Cowell and then later Cowell push Van Dijk but after Liverpool player push Cowell Cowell on the grounds but before ball never now just have within the push him no to push Van Dijk so na me cho no enti do kan na say see football we normal.
And then referees in head now. With regards to saying now, I think say omu beside referee in head now about say say penalty box mundi status be any. You need so be kujina hodi. There will be some wee shovels near that. Obi be pin obi be chichi obi. But the impede goal scoring near the other there. Referees nende. But say obi ebi abono. Once to ebi a La Liga so tie crosses no ebiba I think a quarter, a half, and a full baby and nipa ne tie ball crosses no. Se ball no endru nipa na baby piano hono na se enye griever enye ade a epra player na many feel hwe baby a ball no one. Into of the ball incidences na e penalty box mu de so the bia obia ni ho a okogina wo say because you don't know who is running past unim the area we beating the mark ebe pinball into me can say any obia ni na ho zonal marking
yes, it's men's football. There'll be at time there'll be everything. There'll be pushing, there'll be whatever. Boom, bang. It's football, it happens, yes. But me as I can say, it's like just also in Premier League, right? Sometimes, the referees are not fair. Same way in La Liga, but La Liga one is too much. That's what I say. Because Derek say obi tia onaya, right? Obi tia onaya say jifa mawa. I didn't know say tell me na yen jifa ma.
Yeah, take it.
What must say? Look at this game against Leganes. Na you lose right? That guy no tia a map in nature no. Was it a foul or not a foul?
No, it was a foul. It will be nature tia.
So why didn't they call that foul to give the guy a yellow card or a red card? But they didn't do none of that. After said, fine, Madrid had the ball, right? Because Mbappe crossed the ball not to Vinicius that time, right? He stepped on the guy's leg and the guy lost his balance and before kicking the ball. So even if you've played on what do you do after the ball has gone for a goal kick or whatever? No, you go back and then caution that player on a yellow card or red card, or even go on a VR to watch what the incident happened. But nothing like that happened. Why is that so? Catch me, Derek. Be honest with yourself. If it was Barcelona and Sardini's a 2-1, how would the referee act?
Let me come in here. I think say Tam versus say we wrap up on Madrid. No. Right now we are not talking about Barcelona. It's just Madrid and Atletico. So let's wrap up and then go to the Dortmund and then you just kill it. Because
right, when it comes to Madrid versus Atletico, me I'll depend on most of the times. You kind of say lineup a killy game and a lineup a winning games.
Okay.
Right? So Ancelotti, if only Senka, there will be opportunity to bet me tea and as of who say, maybe I yes, we are casting beyond to be tea and come back and say, first of all, right, you don't bring somebody who is coming from injury to start on a crucial match. There's this little boy there who is doing very well. So start him, bench that guy. First lineup, Kutua nie, Rudiger nie, Asensio nie, Vasquez nie. You put Mendy in there. You put Chouameni. You put Kamavinga. Then you put Brahim Diaz. You put Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinicius. Right? Then second half, Unimono. If you say game no still then you sub one from maybe if I say you Kamavinga Freeman. They bring on Luka Modric to change the game. They take off maybe Rodrigo to bring in Brahim Diaz. You want dynamics and mechanics. But then say obey a mistake, na say defend no obako bo sa as a old friend say Alaba no money sign money for the starting there. I don't think Madrid is gonna have it easy at all. But in this kind of game, it's Champions League night. So I'll go for my team to win this match on a cruisy easy 2-1 win.
2-1.
2-1.
Okay.
2-1.
Thank you.
If Ole Ancelotti will have that mentality, said no, I'm not gonna put this guy in, I'm gonna put this guy through so that they can give me a winner. Tell Madrid is winning this game tonight.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Derek. Yeah.
So I'll try to be as fair as possible.
Yeah.
So I'll start with the positive side for Madrid.
Yeah.
As Nyamo rightly said, it is Champions League night.
Yeah.
Mimpu. Champions League is equivalent to Real Madrid.
Yeah. Champions League were pump.
Very good. In your juice time, no knockouts, no media. As I come, be free back.
Yeah.
But the minimum can air very, very true. Yen in a Ancelotti. The oil fine. Player bra abba CCA play central midfield defense 2 na ya bandage or nine. Now o chinchine trying o do more. Wahabra Asensio have pick a form, like regardless of what is happening in the personal life near the Adena. Still the guy is willing to play. Shane passing accuracy. Defender.
Yeah.
And Crane Suya born was Suya Adeno, what was where we talent through our boy and Suya there. Defender to me pass straight, she was straight assists. Come on. The boy is good. Me share Madrid match na sakra ni bo bibia meka. Say akwa we good. Sa kubas musuban ni bia. Enkra na aba no, they are very good. Why don't you give him the nod? Open experience now. Fa ba could be pair no. Now they all left from you no sabi you. We ba ku na yebu na I one no. But
na
akola no pay small boy na when I want to have.
Akola no so one more akola na already gain experience.
Very good.
You need to make mistakes to get the experience. Yeah.
Rudiger na when you brain on no, will be a man a chance I'm na mba me drew ba nka turn. So you get it. Ancelotti who's had no and die the oil and not there. So Sunday sir Uncle Crafoni no mona bubu bar and a straight win for a
let's go.
But however, I think it be a Champions League night.
Okay.
And me, I trust Atletico Benz no more. Yeah. So the Alvarez start here. The guy is not slacking.
Yeah.
And I don't know what is wrong with Madrid, but me who saw agency, me who saw test no. That time now they want to play for everything no. Me who no correct. I'm not seeing that. With me Madrid man. Let's also Madrid neighbor. That time they were focused. That's in PBB to me say boys need PBB or partner so. But they say Vinicius and Pa boys be to me say no me dream who I am in Tiasia. On a regular Vinicius, sorry, me take him back, but or classical chance be one my sen kakwa no ko be so fala but say and the team play na e koso Atletico na no wedding barriers ni your rent ni ade ade no small boys see they only know the team they are playing for the team. If so performance here to so ba basa year 4-4 se sabi no money Madrid be Madrid fala.
Oh yeah.
Because se solid free bench ba or a monster beast kese we any hono. Make I say that time no we defenders no how often do we change defenders? Into defenders no about 60 minutes wabre. Seriously, line up no and a back game na be make game. It's the coaches ne but perform I'm tipping Atletico slightly above Madrid. But per the spirit, Madrid to me conjure BBR. I wouldn't be surprised if per the spirit both way end up in a draw.
Okay. I think what sometimes these managers see in the old guns and they think about the occasion, how it gets to the player, the naivety coming into the young players, go into because you might make a rush challenge. Maybe a player be or have these experienced players, attackers. Ball they won't say 50-50. No bet match that in the nine but on commit too much. Now what committee? No, you penalty and that's a foul will be. So these are the things sometimes to me, I think the managers look into it. They want to prevent that naivety in defense or midfield, no. So they rather prefer to bring experienced player in that position.
But as you need to pair them. Fakrano, nema penny being so because Akrani nimbo, but penny no experience. No one sharing on guide no. Rather than no they penny form they are not fit ebebo.
Yeah, into make us say and to make us say sometimes people say free injury but he cannot start the game. He cannot play 45 minutes, but how can someone coming from injury end the game 45 minutes? It's basically sometimes the intensity of the game. What I say, he coming from injury, the first 45 minutes of the game, is very intensity. So what I say, meeting a team like Madrid, who injury back, and you are visiting a place like Etihad, Bayern Munich, or Anfield. Well, first 45 minutes, who injury back.
Oh, fan of Fala.
No, fan of Fala, because the atmosphere alone and the intensity the team will put up, it might even trigger you for first 17 minutes or 10 minutes. Go back to the what do you call it? Injury room. Someone they make sure. But sometimes they think that the last 45 minutes, the last 20 minutes, or between the player number. But probably, based on the game, how the game is going, not in the 90 minutes of the game, the last 20 minutes, intensity now more than first 80 or 75 minutes now, course, because it could be say a game the best starting now you are on top. Now for the opponent, now but any pressure about so. Here's the case: all the nipa back or a defender, what's under the defense pressure is almost so. Nipa team no be own goal, or be penalty, or be wrong pass. We see it. I want to make sure but at the same time, this is the opportunity for you to give the young guys a chance. Because if you don't make a mistake, you don't get experience. If you don't buy a lottery, you don't. If you don't buy a raffle, you don't win a lottery. It's simple as that. So sometimes these coaches we don't understand them, but they will tell you they know best. But we also sitting somewhere else, we see differently.
And there's one thing about big coaches. They are not afraid to call the shots on the big guys.
Oh, sure. Yes.
No, yeah, be prayer. Obe prayer, you say no, yeah, prayer. ode da pool ni ma obeduru na emfa ode no ya beba betum.
And when it comes to
Hansi Flake Basay. Chesney, didn't na Chesney that's what that pool like petty mistakes here or that's still that big coaches now I don't know say they know start calling the shots on the big guys now. They want the tested and proven or pay experience no.
but when him coach back when it comes to these things, I trust him. Hey, Thomas Tuchel, who your player said then when you come back from that position, who you're the captain, he will tell you to fight for your position. Unless the player who came to replace you in your absence
Wasn't
is not
playing
doing
up
the
to the
job.
expectations.
On the one. I think that there was a time Rhys James was playing and he got injured and he was out of the way. When Rhys James came out from injury, Aspilicueta was doing fantastic at the right back there. There was no way for in the press conference, Rhys James said in China, I think it was a Champions League game. And he said, stop it. He said he's back from injury, but he needs to fight for his position. Yes, you need to fight for that position. And in this scenario, you make the team competitive. No one is untouchable. No one is untouchable. If you are Mbappe, you are Vinicius, you are Jude. If you go long-term injury, you are coming back. And Dani Ceballos is doing better in that position. You have to come and fight for it. It's not your position to come and take it.
That is what I said about this Asensio guy.
But
The guy is in form. Why would you put the guy down
these
and bring in
coaches
somebody who is coming from injury?
they are afraid to make a call because of the fans. Because most of these players that we are talking about, they are fans' favorites.
Imagine right now, you can't tell me Salaba is a fan's favorite or compared to Asensio.
And that one is a different scenario, a defense. Yeah. And when in games, when you are winning, people don't support the defense a factor in your wins. So, but when you start losing, that's why people start signaling say the defense is weak or the midfield is weak. They don't blame the attackers. But when the attackers press, the ball don't come back. When the attackers press, they don't come. Yeah.
The best way to defend is to attack.
Exactly.
High line. But then still, you don't bring an old cargo who has experience and is injured coming back from injury to start a crucial match.
That's never acceptable. Results are
and Madrid with this Betis game because you were on the same level or on the same point. Then you go to do this mistake. Now you've lost your point. What is your argument? What coaching? What's your argument? Because of selection now, because even second half no do a Alaba free mu. Alaba free no dey obi say bemu, but he didn't even bring a defender. He brought in Kamavinga. Why? You see, sometimes coaches listen and you don't understand what they're trying to do.
I think let's wrap up. My prediction for that Madrid game, I'm gonna go 2-1 Real Madrid, and I think Vinicius will do the damage because the anger he's got against Atletico is insane. Or was some anger be Atletico? I don't know. Say who knows? Say then I don't know. And Kwasi Abako say Courtois. Oshia Atletico as we share Liverpool. Bobo no fa hin obeche no. On much space. I don't know what he's like. I know say he was one time Atletico player.
Yeah.
But Oshia Bubiana a different. Most fixtures are Madrid after wins against Atletico. He's always the match winner. He's mostly the match winner in those games. And you better your team for say more share na moko your YouTube page in so monko subscribe na mon like your video na mon share na we mpese mo ya dia ba ochina de beba ɔkyena deɛ no so yɛde Thursday deɛ bɛka ho Europa League ne Europa Conference no ɛbɛyɛ ne nyinaa yɛ dɛ abom nti mohwɛ video na sɛ muhu na sɛ biribi to kyima wɔ mu a afei ne yɛastarte deɛ ba mohwɛ na biribi wɔ mu a momma yɛ dɛ mokyɛ yɛn aso na yɛyɛ dɛ yɛn make amendments na yɛ adjust yɛ ho we are just here to serve you na deɛ mobɛ enjoy na ɛsɛ yɛ dɛ yɛbɛyɛ dɛ yɛbɛyɛ ama mo nti just head out to our YouTube channel KS Sports Dex. Just go subscribe, like our videos, and then share it. And you got other TikTok accounts, the same name, Facebook, your Instagram, your baby, I'm going to follow you. And at some point in time, no, we'll be coming TikTok live. So when I'm more TikTok now, I'm person will join in. We'll be to my join here. Our honor. So, Kwabena the Real Madrid fan, then I was say, so we'll join in here. Derek Yeboah, the Catalan Giants, almost over Barcelona. I said that's a self journey. And all Frank, Nana Ababio, and also another Madrid guy. But now you're Lampard was only a Chelsea fan, but maybe see it, you know, what you might and any and to us one could do, maybe and Pepe so you do. Me and Casaso, the friend Coffee Stars. Me na me the mobile, Juma the Ebremo. Nti no yɛbaeɛ a ɛba no sɛ deɛ mopɛ na yɛde yɛde brɛ mu nti no monkɔ na monkɔ like na momfollow na monhyɛ ɔkyena sɛ sɛ yɛbɛsan de foforɔ aba abɛto mu nyame ka obi biara ho peace.
Bye bye.